Welcome to the Copperfield Electric Podcast. Today we're taking a deep dive into a question that's quickly becoming top of mind for anyone driving or even just thinking about an electric vehicle. And that question is, can your home's electrical panel actually handle an EV charger? It sounds pretty straightforward, maybe. But as we'll find out, getting this right is absolutely crucial for safety, efficiency, and yeah, your peace of mind. This deep dive is really all about giving you the informed perspective you need to confidently electrify your ride right at home.
It's a question we hear all the time, and yeah, for good reason. The growth of EVs is just, well, it's exploding, especially here in Orange County, California. I mean, the California Energy Commission reported over 903,620 light-duty EV registrations just in 2022. That's huge, a massive shift.
Wow, over 900,000.
Exactly. And it clearly shows why understanding your home's electrical readiness isn't just some technical detail. It's a practical necessity. Plus, you've got these fantastic local incentives and rebates, which make home charging sound even better. But they don't really solve that foundational electrical puzzle.
Right. And to help us navigate this essential topic, we're tapping into the expertise of Copperfield Electric. They're a family-owned 24-hour electrician based right here in Orange County. They're really dedicated to providing top-quality electrical services across Southern California. Their services cover homes and businesses, everything from, well, EV charger installations, obviously, to those critical panel upgrades we'll be talking about. They serve Orange County, covering areas like Irvine, Anaheim, Santa Ana, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, Mission Viejo, and all the surrounding communities, too. If you need expert help, you can actually reach them at 626-622-9694. Okay, so let's dive into this. The appeal of EVs is undeniable, right? Silent power, lower emissions, the sheer convenience of filling up at home. And yeah, those local incentives really sweeten the deal. Makes plugging in your EV in your own garage seem incredibly attractive.
Absolutely.
But that's kind of where the rubber meets the road, electrically speaking.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is that while everyone's excited about EVs, and rightly so, the critical importance of a proper electrical setup for safe, efficient charging often gets, well, overlooked. A lot of people just think, oh, I'll plug it into an outlet, or maybe it's just another appliance. But here's something surprising. An EV charger doesn't just draw power like your toaster. It draws a significant, continuous load, often for hours. This puts a much greater sustained demand on your whole electrical system than pretty much anything else in your house.
Sustained. That's the key word.
Exactly. Without enough panel capacity, you're not just risking a tripped breaker or maybe super slow charging. You could actually be subtly degrading the lifespan of your other appliances because of consistent voltage drops, or even worse, inadvertently creating a fire hazard that could really complicate your home insurance down the line. It's a hidden cost, a hidden risk that few people really consider upfront.
That's a really crucial distinction, that difference between a short burst of power and that long, continuous draw. So this dream of easy home charging, it really needs a solid electrical foundation. Has to. How do we even begin to check our home's readiness, to handle that kind of sustained demand?
Precisely. And one of the very first, most critical questions you need to ask is simply, can my existing electrical panel support an EV charger? In a lot of homes across Orange County, especially older ones, maybe built before the last, say, 20 years, the existing electrical panels, they just weren't designed for this kind of big, sustained load. They were set up for a totally different era of electrical use.
Okay, so that's step one. For us homeowners, how do we start that assessment? I mean, where do we even look? What are we looking for? And you mentioned subtle signs earlier. What are some signs, beyond just the label, that an older panel might already be struggling?
Right. You can definitely start by finding your main electrical panel. It's usually that gray metal box, often in the garage, maybe the basement or utility area. Most homes usually have either a 100 amp or a 200 amp panel. You should see a label, often right on the panel door itself, that says the total amperage it can handle.
Okay.
But you asked about subtle signs, and those are really important. Things like lights flickering frequently when big appliances turn on, like the AC, or maybe outlets or circuit breakers feel warm to the touch. Or worse, a faint burning smell. These are all red flags that your current system might already be near its limit, even before you add an EV charger. If you're unsure about the label or if anything seems off, honestly, calling a professional electrician is always the safest bet, the most reliable way to know.
Got it.
And why is checking that total amperage so vital? Why do we need enough capacity? Well, think of your main panel like the brain, or maybe the central hub, for all the power coming into your house. A 100 amp service, which is pretty common in older homes, gives you about 24,000 watts total capacity, roughly.
Okay, 24,000 watts.
Now, think about a level 2 EV charger. That's the kind you'd typically install at home for reasonably fast charging. That charger can continuously draw anywhere from, say, 9,600 watts up to maybe 12,000 watts for hours.
Wow.
So on a 100 amp panel, that charger alone could be taking up nearly half its entire capacity.
Half, just for the car.
Pretty much. It's a really tight squeeze when you think about your air conditioning, your water heater, fridge, lights, everything else running. Trying to cram that much continuous power into a system that might already be stretched thin, it's not just inefficient. It's a significant safety risk. It can lead to everything from annoying trip breakers to, well, serious overheating.
Okay, half the capacity.
Yeah.
Really puts the load into perspective. Makes sense. So let's say we check our panel, we know the capacity, and hopefully it's not already maxed out. It's not just about finding an empty slot for a new breaker then, is it? We're talking dedicated circuits, specific breaker sizes. What's the nuance there?
You're absolutely right. It's definitely not just finding an open slot. Not at all. An EV charger absolutely needs its own dedicated breaker and circuit. This is like non-negotiable. For safe operation, for performance.
Okay.
This dedicated circuit basically ensures your EV charger isn't fighting for power with your dishwasher or your microwave. That prevents overloading, and it delivers consistent, reliable current straight to your vehicle, which, by the way, protects both your home's wiring and your expensive EV battery. Now, when we talk specifics, a typical level 2 EV charger usually needs a dedicated circuit with a 40 amp or maybe a 50 amp breaker. To give you a little context, a 40 amp circuit delivers about 9.6 kilowatts. That translates to roughly 35 miles of range per hour of charging for a lot of EVs.
Right.
A 50 amp circuit, that can give you up to 12 kilowatts, maybe more like 45 miles of range per hour.
Okay, that's a noticeable difference.
It is. But here's the really critical part. You always need to check the manufacturer's recommendations. For your specific charger model and for your specific car, these can vary. Following the manufacturer's specs is key for optimal performance, for safety, and honestly, often for keeping your warranty intact.
That makes perfect sense about dedicated circuits, safety, efficiency, protecting the car. Got it. But I can almost hear some listeners thinking, okay, but what if my main panel is totally full, like 0 open slots? Is adding something called a sub-panel just, I don't know, kicking the can down the road? Or is it a real robust solution if your main panel is packed? Because that seems like a practical issue a lot of homeowners, especially in older places, might actually run into.
That's a very common question, and a good one. And no, a sub-panel is absolutely not just kicking the can down the road. It's often a very smart, strategic solution. Think of a sub-panel like a secondary electrical panel. It draws power from your main panel, sure, but it provides additional circuit slots, specifically for high-draw things like an EV charger.
Ah, okay. Like an extension.
Sort of. It lets us extend your home's electrical capacity in a targeted way. It gives you that dedicated circuit you absolutely need. And critically, it helps manage the overall load more effectively. It basically creates a dedicated branch just for your EV charger. It isolates its big, continuous power draw from the rest of your home circuits, which helps prevent overloads in your main panel. That's a common, very effective solution when the main panel is physically full. It can help you avoid a much bigger, more disruptive full panel replacement if that's not strictly necessary right now.
So it's really about smart load management, not just finding physical space. That makes sense. But okay, what if the assessment shows your current main panel, maybe that 100 amp panel, it simply can't handle the additional load, even with clever management? Or maybe it's just genuinely old, outdated, showing those warning signs we talked about. Is it just game over for convenient home charging then? Or is there a bigger solution?
Oh, not at all game over. Definitely not. If your current panel really can't handle the extra load safely, or if it's outdated and showing signs of strain, then yes, it might indeed be the ideal time to consider a full panel upgrade. Now, this is a significant investment, no doubt about it, but it's an investment that truly future-proofs your home for modern electrical demands.
Future-proofs. I like that.
Exactly. The benefits of upgrading, usually to a 200 amp service, are substantial, and they go way beyond just your EV. It provides significantly more robust capacity for your home's entire electrical system, all your needs. So yes, it supports your EV charger easily with plenty of power to spare, but it also allows for a whole host of future electrical upgrades, things people want now or might want soon. Think about maybe adding a new high-efficiency HVAC system or installing solar panels down the road.
Right, or a hot tub.
Or a hot tub, exactly. Or a pool pump, expanding your smart home tech. All that stuff adds up. A 200 amp service ensures your entire electrical system runs efficiently, safely, without constantly being strained. It accommodates all these modern needs and, frankly, could even boost your home's resale value. Makes it truly future-ready.
So it really isn't just about the car then. It's more like an investment in your home's overall electrical health, its resilience, its readiness for whatever comes next. That really does sound like a foundational upgrade for modern living.
It absolutely is. And when you're talking about an upgrade of this size, messing with the very heart of your home's electrical system, professional involvement isn't just like recommended, it's absolutely necessary. For safety, for compliance, for making sure it lasts, the process involves several key steps.
Okay, what does that look like?
First, a professional electrician does a thorough assessment. They look at your current panel, figure out your home's existing load, talk about your future plans, and determine exactly what kind of upgrade is needed. Second, they move into detailed planning. This includes getting all the necessary permits. That's crucial for ensuring everything complies with local codes and safety regulations. You definitely don't want to skip that.
No shortcuts there.
None. Third, there's the expert installation itself. The electrician puts in the new panel, makes sure every connection is secure, everything's up to current standards, integrated safely. It's meticulous work. And finally, there's a crucial inspection. The local authority comes out, checks everything, confirms it's all up to code and operating safely before you can really power things up with the new system.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you, the homeowner, thinking about this process? It really just underscores how vital it is to hire a professional electrician for safety, for their expertise, making sure it's all compliant. This is absolutely not a DIY weekend project.
Definitely not.
It's about ensuring your home's electrical heart is strong, safe, and totally up to code. And that's where a company like Copperfield Electric really comes in, doesn't it? Their team, highly trained, licensed, bonded, insured electricians. They're also background checked, which is good peace of mind. Their license number is hashtag 1094740. They are committed to providing top quality work, safe, fast, reliable, affordable solutions. Plus, that 24/7 availability for critical things like EV charger installs and panel upgrades across Southern California. That means they're there when you need them, ready to handle every step right from that first assessment to the final inspection sign-off. So, okay, let's try to bring it all together here. Installing an EV charger at home, it's an incredibly smart move, super convenient, supports a more sustainable lifestyle, gives you that freedom. But the foundation for it all, your home's electrical panel, that's paramount. You can't ignore it. Understanding its capacity, ensuring you have a proper, compliant electrical setup, it's absolutely crucial for safe charging, efficient charging, and yeah, ultimately for your peace of mind. It's really about more than just plugging in your car. This is about integrating a pretty powerful new demand safely into your home's existing infrastructure.
Exactly. And navigating all these electrical considerations, it can be surprisingly complex. There are nuances, which is precisely why getting professional expertise is so valuable. It really is. A skilled, licensed electrician can assess your specific setup, your specific needs. They can guide you through any necessary upgrades, whether that's installing a sub-panel or maybe going for that full 200 amp service upgrade. And crucially, they ensure everything complies with local codes. They take the guesswork and the risk out of the equation. That allows you to just enjoy your EV hassle-free without worrying about hidden electrical risks for years to come. Knowing your home's electrical system isn't just okay, it's actually optimal for the job. And this raises an important question for all homeowners, really. How truly ready is your home's electrical system for the next wave of high-tech, high-power demands?
That's a great point. And as we've discussed, Copperfield Electric is dedicated to providing those top quality electrical services. That includes comprehensive EV charger installation and panel upgrades. They know this stuff inside and out. They're available to help with every single step of the process, right from that initial assessment all the way through to full installation. And that's across their Southern California service areas, Orange County, including places like Irvine, Anaheim, Santa Ana, Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Laguna Beach, Mission Viejo, and all the surrounding communities. So if you're thinking about getting an EV, or if you already have one and you're wondering about your setup, don't hesitate. Contact Copperfield Electric today. Get their help. Get that peace of mind. A number again is 626-622-9694. As our homes keep evolving, more smart technology, maybe home battery storage becoming common, all these increasingly high power appliances, this deep dive into EV chargers really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Beyond just our vehicles, what other aspects of our daily lives are going to demand a real proactive look at our home's foundational electrical capacity, just to make sure we're truly future ready and avoiding those potential hidden risks? It makes you think.